Okay, I am in the buffing room. Yesterday, I got professional grade, next level buffing compounds, and I'm gonna try and take my mirror polish to the next level with professional grade buffing compounds. Because what I use is the cheap Harbor Freight stuff, and one bar might be different from the next because I think they just use what they have. You know what I mean? I don't think they put any special effort into uniformity of grit size on the Harbor Freight stuff. And my God, these will last me a lifetime. So now, this is my black. This is the roughest stuff. And this is what they call a sisal. Not a sisal. This is for hard polishing. It's got some really stiff bristles in there. So the black would go on this first, and then this second, because this buffing pad is a softer pad. And then the green, I want to get the same kind of wheel that I have here, this stiff one with the bristles in it. I want to get over here for the green. And then I will move this over to here, because what I've been using, this is just my cleanup wheel that I buff off all the polishing residue. So that will be my backup green wheel. So I'll get a hard one for this side and move this one over here. And then I have something called pink scratchless, which is the final buff, and it's also the final buff for handles, and either plastic or wood handles, the stabilized. And I will be using the pink scratchless right here, and probably, well, I'll tell you what, this is a very, very soft buff here, very soft. So I'll probably use a pink scratchless here, which is a harder buff. And this is just like a flap wheel. It's not sewn on the sides, and this one is. So this one's going to be a lot softer. So I'll probably use the pink here and the pink here. Okay. I have a Cato in there that is not spoken for. I am working on 5 knives. I just got out here just minutes ago. So let's pow. So I'm going to be working on these, but I have a Cato, and here's what happened. Doug wanted desert ironwood, so I ordered a piece of desert ironwood. I don't know what I was thinking. I know in my mind I have memorized the size I need. I have a couple of knives that require larger than average pieces of wood for the handles, and that is my Texas Rumble and the BC Special. I got to have the Texas Rumble. I have to have a minimum of 2 inches tall because of the arc of the handle. And my BC Special, I have to have a minimum of 1 3/4 inches tall for the same reason, the arc of the handle. So I ordered a piece of Presentation Burl Ironwood. Very expensive. And when I got it and I looked at it, I was thinking, what was I thinking? Anyway, I ordered some more burl. Where is it? Some more ironwood, and it's in there. So I've got this Cato that's not spoken for. And I've got this Presentation burl. So I think I'm going to mirror polish this Cato. This will fit on there perfect. Presentation burl, mirror polished, and I'm going to do something that I've been wanting to do, and that is two-tone fade on a sheath. I bought this, what do they call them, little tiny spray guns? Geez. Here, I'll show you. Let's turn a light on in here. There we go. That little sprayer right there. And it's got this little spray gun on it. What do they call these things? My God, it's just totally slipped my mind. Anyway, I want to try basically a two-tone dye fade on the leather sheath. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to practice. And if I get good at it and it looks good, I'm going to do that on the mirror polish Cato with a presentation burl and a really fancy sheath. Okay, I'm out here. It's sprinkling. Off and on. Yeah, it's sprinkling right now. And I'm fixing to get to work. Okay. Well, yesterday I epoxied some walnut to the back side of the dyed walnut that I have. And this is what I'll be using for reds. Yeah, here we go. Reds BC Special. That is going to be interesting. I'm going to put a little spit on this. Huh. Yeah, I'm getting COVID all over this. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be nice. Okay. And this is a leftover piece of desert ironwood. Let's see, who was it? Doug. The ironwood that I ordered was too thick, so I had to knock that much off. And that's what Doug's desert ironwood's going to look like. So I have two pieces that I'll be using on some knife. What I'm going to do now is take it out to my table saw and knock about 1/8 of an inch off of the zebra wood, which is what will be the inner wood or the liners, because they're just too thick. And yeah, I'm going to go do that now and we'll be done. I don't have any plans for these, but I'll probably put them on a Texas Rumble soon, or a BC Special if somebody requests it. But I think that'll look nice all buffed up. Let me go get them cut down to size, and then I'm going to start grinding bevels on my 5 knives here. Okay, I have 2 more knives to grind the bevels on. Eric's and Jesse's dentist neck knives. I have the bevels ground on. I went ahead and ground the bevels on that Cato. I've got Errol's bevels ground. And I've got 2 more BC Specials, Doug's, and this is Red's here. I'm going to drink me a cup of coffee and go sit with my wife. And it's just about lunch, and after lunch I'll come back and grind the bevels on these last 2 knives. And then I'm going to start with Doug's here, because he's been waiting the longest for his knife. Plus he's giving me a sizable deposit. Actually, he's almost paid for the knife. I only got to get a few more dollars from him for the desert ironwood. But anyway, Doug, I'm starting on Doug's this afternoon. Just got a bug in my mouth. Okay, let's have some coffee. Well, yeah, here's a little addition to my shop, and I actually did this before I got that. And if I had known how bright that was, I'd have put that kind of outlet up here. But I had no idea it was that bright. So anyway, this is not bad. This is 2. They are 150 watt equivalent light bulbs. So I'm really trying to get some light over here where I do my Kydex. And like I say, if I had known how bright that that was going to be, that's like turning the sun on right there. Man. But I have a video of me taking the old fluorescent light down out of there and having to basically rewire a new light socket up there. And I went ahead and with the double just because I wanted it really bright over there. But I could have gone away with a single if I had known how ungodly bright that light there was going to be. All right, I'm fixing to drink my coffee and we'll be back to work here in a minute. All right, I have the bevels ground on 6 knives. This is the last knife. That's Doug's knife. And I'm going to clean this caddo up. I'm not going to sand the grind lines out, but I'm going to clean all the scale and surface rust off of it in the magic marker. And I'm going to set it and the presentation grade desert ironwood off to the side. And I'm going to get to work on Doug's. Let me just get this out of the way here. My goodness, I have got a lot done today. 6 knives with the bevels ground on them. I got the caddo cleaned up. And I've got Doug's BC Special cleaned up. And now I'm starting to sand the grind lines out. I got a long way to go, a lot of work to do, but I got a lot done today. It's about 2:30, maybe 3, and I'm fixing to wash my hands and go to the house. We'll be back tomorrow. What is today? Wednesday, Thursday? I don't know if I got enough video. Stuff pops up on my phone, and I go to move it off my phone screen, and then instead of moving it off, it takes me to it. So that's what happened. What was I saying? Oh yeah, done for today. Got a lot done. Real happy with the progress I've made. If anybody wants to speak up for this caddo, I intend to mirror polish it. And it does have some very expensive presentation desert ironwood burl. So I'm probably going to ask in the neighborhood of about $225 for this. And that's with solid brass pins. I'm really going to have to get away from the mosaic pins. The mosaic pins are they're over double what they used to be. And I think the reason is because everybody and their brother, like me, is making knives now. And they don't even sell them in 12-inch lengths now. They sell them in 6-inch lengths. So you only get one knife out of a 6-inch length of mosaic pin rod. Yeah, they know what they're doing. So in order to, I guess if you ordered 2 or 3 of the same kind, you could squeeze an extra knife out of the leftover of the 3. So you might be able to squeeze 4 knife handles out of 3 6-inch pins. But they're by the time you get them to the house, they're about $28 for a 6-inch length of pin. That is ridiculous. And I can buy brass rod all day long for about $5 or $6 a foot. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use solid brass pins unless somebody wants to buy the mosaic pins. Then, go ahead and do it. Anyway, that's going to be for sale soon. I'm going to work on these first, but that is not spoken for. I should have this sanded up to heat treating degree tomorrow. I should have this sanded up to 800 tomorrow. And maybe heat treated. I don't know. I always overshoot what I'm capable of because from here on, it's just tons and tons of hand work. And, I've got arthritis in my hands and elbows and shoulders. And sometimes I just have to quit early because it hurts so bad. Alrighty, see you tomorrow.